The Battle of Ap Bac, which took place on January 2, 1963, was a significant confrontation during the Vietnam War, marking a turning point in the early stages of the conflict. This battle was between the South Vietnamese Army, ARVN, supported by the United States, and the Viet Cong, VC, insurgents. Despite superior numbers and equipment, the ARVN forces suffered a humiliating defeat, which had profound implications for the military and political strategies of the United States and South Vietnam. By the early 1960s, the Viet Cong had gained substantial influence in the rural areas of South Vietnam, challenging the authority of the South Vietnamese government. In response, the United States increased its military assistance to South Vietnam, including training and equipping the ARVN. The Battle of Ap Bac was part of a larger operation intended to destroy VC forces in the Mekong Delta region, a crucial area for controlling southern Vietnam. The ARVN deployed around 2,000 troops, equipped with armored personnel carriers, APCs, artillery, and supported by the U.S. advisors and air support, including helicopters for troop mobility and ground attack. In contrast, the Viet Cong forces numbered around 350, but they were well prepared and entrenched, having fortified their positions in the hamlet of Ap Bac. The battle began in the morning when ARVN forces, divided into three groups, attempted to encircle and attack the VC positions. However, the operation quickly encountered difficulties. Intelligence failure. The ARVN underestimated the strength and preparedness of the VC forces. The intelligence failed to identify the strong defensive positions that the VC had prepared, including trenches and bunkers. Tactical mistakes. The ARVN's approach was slow and predictable, allowing the VC to concentrate their forces. The armored personnel carriers were used ineffectively, moving ahead of the infantry and becoming easy targets for the VC's anti-tank weapons. Poor coordination and communication. There was a lack of coordination between the ARVN ground forces and their American advisors, as well as between the different ARVN units. This resulted in confusion and delayed responses to the evolving battle situation. Effective VC resistance. The Viet Cong demonstrated a high level of tactical skill, managing to shoot down several helicopters and causing significant casualties among the ARVN forces. Their use of small arms, mortars, and anti-tank weapons was effective in repelling the ARVN attacks. The battle ended with the ARVN failing to dislodge the VC from Ap Bac, despite having superior numbers and firepower. The VC withdrew from the area, having inflicted significant casualties and destroyed several helicopters and APCs. The Battle of Ap Bac was a significant setback for the South Vietnamese government and its American allies. It demonstrated the limitations of relying heavily on superior technology and firepower without effective tactics and intelligence. The battle also exposed weaknesses in the ARVN, including poor leadership, low morale, and inadequate training. For the United States, the battle raised serious questions about the effectiveness of its military assistance strategy in Vietnam and the capability of the ARVN to combat the insurgency. It was a harbinger of the challenges that lay ahead in the Vietnam War, signaling the beginning of increased American involvement in the conflict. The defeat at Ap Bac had a demoralizing effect on the South Vietnamese military and political leadership, while it boosted the morale and prestige of the Viet Cong. It showed that the VC could stand up to the ARVN and its American backers, which had implications for the broader strategic contest in Vietnam.